lójú wọ́n ti ń kó everybody báyẹn ti understand. But Starboy ó ti sọ fún wa ó ní virgin ló Starboy look at me Starboy let me tell you something.
Ẹgbẹ́ wa nípa wá fèsì mi níkùn mi wá fèsì mi níkùn mi wá fèsì mi.
Irọ́ kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ fèsì lélẹ́yìí bóyá kẹsẹ̀ tẹ́ẹ̀bá lè jù síta ìyẹn fún àwọn tó yẹ kó lè jù síta ẹ ti understand àwa máa gbọ́ gògóró tira ni a máa mọ gògóró jù síta a máa sọ fọlọ́pàá pé ọtí ló ń pa wá àmọ̀gbà tá a jù ni.
Ó dúró pa pé lórí pé Mohbad ṣe é ti understand.
Ẹ dẹ̀ gbọ́mọ lọ́mọ.
Now, listen.
Ẹ gbọ́mọ lọ́mọ.
Bella fún ara ẹ̀ láìkì ẹ̀.
Ó ní sọ owó ẹ̀ mọ́.
Bella ti wá láìkì ẹ̀ tó.
Bella ló sọ owó tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀. Bella ló sọ owó tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀ sẹ́. Wọ́n máa ń gbé bò gbé wá sẹ́. Àní Bella ló sọ owó láìpẹ́ sẹ́.
Tó bá ti di pé o lè prove ara ẹ̀.
Wọ́n ní sórí rẹ̀.
Pé èèyàn kan ló pa.
Jerry Bros èmi tí ẹ láìkì bí bẹ́ẹ̀ yín ṣe yó lálẹ́ yìí ṣé ẹ ní bí Starboy Ọlọ́run no dey do like this give this bros don ṣayo give am that thing make he post am àmọ́ sọ pé ọtí ló ń pa ọlọ́pàá òkè mọ́ lọ́tí.
Mo bí ọmọ kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ọmọ kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo kan tó máa ń gbà lálẹ́ yìí máa gbé fóònù sí airplane mode.
Àwọn Naira Marley gan àwọn fún ara wọn gan wọ́n regret nípa
wọn ṣe ní ìrùkẹ́ wọ́n bá fẹ́ ṣe náà.
orúkọ wọn ṣe orúkọ wọn.
Bí àwọn gáàsì yẹn bá ti dé ìjà níbọ̀dì tẹ̀ wọ́n á dẹ́rù wà lára wọ́n máa lọ bẹ́ wa wò ó.
Starboy
ṣe kí ẹ̀kọ́ lálẹ́ yìí.
ìbọ̀dá tó rẹ̀rí ẹjọ́ kì í ṣòro ẹ̀rí lélẹ́yìí. Starboy calm down Starboy ṣọ́nà pé hello Starboy. Ṣé mo pé èmi ni mo bá yín pé àwọn èrò pé you are for real justice for Mohbad. You be correct guy, you be guy. Jack very well, make you post that thing. Ọtí ló pa ẹ́ tó fi jù síta, ọlọ́pàá ò lè mú ẹ, ọtí ni.
I know sure now. You not be true with them. Àmọ́ ìyá wèrè. For this London.
Ìwé náà wà.
No, má lọ gbé no, irọ́. Irọ́ ṣe sùúrù. Ìwọ́n tẹ̀jọ́ bẹ́ wá. Àwọn kan wèrè kan, wọ́n sọ pé àwọn bọ̀ ní wúlíṣì. Ṣé o ń gbọ́ mi?
Hey, pull up, bro.
Yeah, tell them pull up, bro. Tell them to pull up. We are here.
Starboy, forget about accent, please.
We are here.
Okay, Starboy.
We are here.
Starboy.
No, no one is coming out here. No one comes from any end. They just trying shit. They just trying shit. You know what they trying shit? They can't come to this end, fam. They can't come to this end. Yo, they can't come to this end. They can't come to this end. Then you come out for there.
You are not saying anything. You are just using us to play. This is 254.
Why? Who want to check out? Wọ́n aṣọ ojú oore tó bá lọ ojú oore màá nípa ọmọ mi ṣèkà fún ẹ o. Ìwọ́n bọ́ ojú oore wá pẹ̀lú mi. O gallant yẹ. Ṣé ojú oore? Okay, na you train na. Na your boy. Májọ gbogbo wa sáà ní ẹgbẹ́ yẹn o. Ṣé wàá lọ ṣèkà fún o? Ṣé wàá lọ ṣèkà fún o? Ó yà tó rí. Wọ́n mú kàdúrà bí. Wọ́n pa Mohbad ni. Wà irọ́ sílẹ̀ májà kápágò lórí bú. Àbúrò ìbùkún ni ẹ má ṣe wèrè à. Irọ́ ẹ má ṣe wèrè à ewu ni wèrè gan. Allow. No, I'm good, yeah. Yo, ẹ má ṣe wèrè bí báyìí. No. What's yourself, Bobby? Look, yeah, I'm good, yeah. Wọ́n ká lára ní London. Ẹ jẹ́ máa yé wọn. Who wan check am? Ṣé mo jọ David Beckham? Ṣé mo jọ David Beckham? Àbọ̀yá wèrè, wọ́n fẹ́ tọ́nà wáìsì. Ṣé wọ́n rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ David àti Wizkid ló ń jà ní? Èmi àti Wumi afẹ́jọ́ wọ ìjàkadì báyìí. Afẹ́jọ́ paratu. Gbé ilé wọn. Ó pa Mohbad.
Na Starboy na dey follow talk to Starboy.
Ṣé ó yà wèrè ni?
Senior boss Starboy.
Starboy 262. Starboy. We are 262 here now. We want legit with proof. Please give us.
Ṣẹ́dìrì. Ṣé wọ́n ké ìwọ àmà ló gbé kiri ní ẹjọ́ orí wọ̀? Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, justice for Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad.
Yes.
Okay, Okay,
Justice
everybody.
for all.
Listen.
Kí ló wà ń lẹ̀ pẹ̀lú evidence báyìí?
Ẹ̀yin ṣe sùúrù ẹjọ́. Ẹ ṣe sùúrù. Ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ọmọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. You know we're in London, yeah? And you got Wi-Fi, where, yeah? Oh, you listen to this, yeah?
I got internet.
Oh, you listen to this, yeah? But you got Wi-Fi, and something happened to you, and your wife is telling the whole UK, she does not know what happened to you.
What the fuck is that?
You know what I'm saying to you?
Nah.
That's damn shit. You get me?
Yeah.
My shit, you fucking on fire, though. Oh, they're gonna block you. Who?
Yeah, his family.
Who? Yeah, that's my guy out here, though. What's wrong with you?
Just saying now, for.
No. You get me?
Full family.
No.
That boy good.
What do you?
Outside.
Fún nǹkan tó fẹ́. Mo ní máa ṣe sí o, èmi ò ráyè o. Àbí ṣé ká lọ sí Nàìjíríà ni ká ló bá fa wèrè ká mọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ ìlú ìgbò wọlé.
Àwọn máa tiẹ̀ mọ́lé evidence ò sí lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. That boy.
Ẹ kọ́ sí kó sì jẹ́ ara kó fún mi kúkú lọ. Evidence ò ní òkú lè tó sí lọ́wọ́ yín. Àbẹ̀ ya wèrè. Tálẹ̀ bá fà. Àwọn wèrè kan tó sọ pé evidence ò, you don't see the video. You watch the video. Even eléyìí gan wo fídíò lẹ́nìí gan. Eléyìí gan wo fídíò gan lẹ́nìí gan. Eléyìí gan wo fídíò gan lẹ́nìí gan. What happened? Were you not disappointed?
100%.
Were you not disappointed? Yeah, what are you saying? Love, my broski. Not me.
Gang out here, bro.
You know what I'm saying to you, bro? No, gang out here. Listen.
Pull up my strap on you.
No, don't put any strap out here, dude. What are you saying?
You want me to take you?
I'm good, though.
I ate of someone.
Who?
Business.
Business account. Wait, how much is the money?
10K.
Man, that's small money, though. I go about.
Ó ti kò lólóòótọ́ ẹ̀ parọ́.
Ṣé máa gba wọ́n bí èmi ò ráyè? Owó tó bá ti gbé wá síwájú mi tó bá bro wá bí ọmọ ìyá mi lórí wèrè ilé ìkó gbọ́ Yorùbá. Owó tó bá ti gbé wá síwájú mi tó bá ti jẹ́ 100 billion mi ní tẹ́rìtì. Ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti gba ìyá ṣáàlì.
Bàbá yóò gbádùn.
Gba táàmù lọ sí Spain. Wàá lọ fẹ́ lá. Tẹ́lẹ̀ sọ pé 10,000 owó kékeré.
Ṣé kàn mú àwọn èèyàn ṣeré?
Ẹ ti rí. Àwọn erunkú mi ti dúró rí.
Ṣé ó fọ́ nìyí àbí?
Wọ́n check am. Ẹ ti rí wọn. Ìtarawa. Gang members ẹ ti rí. Ẹ ti rí London Colos. Members ẹ ti rí. Ẹ wo ṣe rí pé black lọ́wọ́ wọn ṣeré London ò ṣe rí pé black gangan bá yín wọ̀. Wọ́n dúró sẹ́yìn wá gbé. Ẹ wá ìwé lẹ̀ṣẹ́ wèrè tẹ̀ ìjà yìí. Yí wèrè. Bí wọ́n check am, ṣé yá ṣé mo jẹ́ David Beckham?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, Ọlọ́run ẹ̀san ti dé o.
Ọmọ ẹ̀ náà kí ló ṣe ẹ̀?
Justice for Mohbad.
Kudus kí ló ṣe ẹ̀?
Ẹ wà lórí
Kudus kí ló
TikTok.
ṣe ẹ̀? Kudus kí ló ṣe ẹ̀? Kudus wá tó ti yóò ní. Ẹ wá ayé yẹn wá. A máa bá wọn fàájà.
Kí ló ń fàjà?
Tẹ láìpẹ́ lọ kó máa lọ sí.
Láìkì ṣó ó fẹ́ jẹ láìkì.
A máa dá wíjọ. London láwa o. London láwa.
Ṣó fẹ́ jẹ láìkì ni?
London, ẹbí táwọn bọ́ọ̀sì mi gan dé. Alóbẹ́ ọdẹ àyàjà sábọ̀ ẹ̀. Ẹ wò ẹ sí ní gbọ̀ngàn. Àwọn ọmọ wọ́n mọ̀ sí ilẹ̀ káàkiri pé sábọ̀ yájọ́ máa bọ̀. Sábọ̀ ẹ̀ ó yá. Ókè MC Lagos boy láti Belfast tó fẹ́ wọlé. Ẹ̀yin tèmi. Okay,
Àwọn ìtaláwà ni o.
Lagos boy. Lagos boy, ẹ jẹ́ ni Abrakaya. ọmọ mi náà ni Lagos boy Lagos boy Lagos boy Lagos boy tó ń gbọ́ Lagos boy tó ń gbọ́ ẹ̀yin ọmọ ayé ẹ̀dùn òre ẹni tó bá ta pélé tèlé mo ní kẹ́ ṣáà ìdí ẹ̀ ẹ wá ẹni tó bá ti ṣe wéléwélé bíbá yóò yá ṣáà ìdí ẹ̀. Kudus ẹni tó bá ṣe wéléwélé. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni ìta police station ìdìbò rẹ̀ káàtì. Owó bọ́lẹ̀ náà. Owó káàtì kú. Ọba àgbo bọ́lẹ̀. Hello, Kudus. Yo. Any man that come out here, you know what I'm saying? Yo, delete them. Àdúgbò wa láwà. Oh yeah, be active, bro. Ìtàláwà. Justice for Mohbad.
Kíni?
Nínú London yìí, a ní bọ̀bọ̀ aláwọ̀ tó ń tẹ̀lé mi London yìí wà láì. Wọ́n kàn gba àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan pé Starboy. You're very quiet. Wọ́n tó ti dá sọ̀rọ̀ Justice of Mohbad. Kí ló ṣe lè? Mo ní ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ má bínú. Ikú bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ló ta mí lára ẹ má bínú. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, orí double tap.
So kọ́kàn á máa bẹ double tap ló wà fún. Kọ́ máa double tap. Ẹ̀ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan wàá tún jù sí Justice for Mohbad. Kí wàá ní nǹkan tá a wá fẹ́ gbọ́ sí?
Yo, are you new in London? Someone is saying that.
Don't double tap.
Someone say these guys are new in London. They don't even know. You don't need to chat to them. Hold on.
Chat to women.
No.
Yo.
No, if you want there.
Make that face.
No, they're not showing the face.
You said we all you in London. Bro, you lot are chatting shit, bro. You lot are chatting shit. Who's on it, bro? Who's on it?
There's nobody on it.
Who's on it, bro?
We're on it tonight. Guys, we're on it tonight. We're on it.
Sing, man.
We're on it. They kill Mohbad in Nigeria, Papa. Yeah. No, nobody's on it, though. Let's just chill for a bit. No one is on it. No one is on it. No one is on it, bro. I'm 100%, guys, man. No one is on it. No one. No one is on it.
No one is on it. Normally people.
No one is on it. You get me? No one is on it. No one. Yeah, because Yoruba, isn't it? Because we're fighting for justice for Mohbad.
I'm on the road and starting up the team.
Yeah, Yoruba. No one is on it, though. No one. Listen, boys, yeah? No one is on it. Trust me, no one is on it. Yeah? Tell them, no one is on it. No one is on it, bro. Yoruba boy. Igbo. Put the camera down. Igbo boy. My guys do. Igbo.
Kí wá làwọn nǹkan tó wá sọ ọ́ lọ sí? A kò sí kankan tá a rí tó wá sọ ọ́ lọ. Kò sí kankan tó wá sọ ọ́ lọ. Ó kàn sọ yóò. Kí wá ní yóò tó ń sọ yẹn sìn? Kí wá ló ní ṣe? I understand nǹkan tó ń sọ. O kò gbé wa ní handicap.
They will be giving the cops injection on a weekly basis. What if it was that injection that the nurse actually come to do, not that she came to treat him? Or let's look at when police said they saw 5 used syringes with 2 or 3.
Nothing, Daddy.
Would the substance in those used syringes substance to embalm a corpse? That is a question. Now, they buried him. It took some time. So that is time lapse. But the sample the government took will still help to come with some result. But the longer a corpse stays, the lesser the accuracy, because there is decomposition going on. Anyone that understands the process of embalmment, we know that they drain the blood in the stream of the corpse and fill it up with chemical. So, I don't know, if they need to test his blood, which blood is there for them to test? But postmortem examination can be done years even after the corpse, because it's been done in other countries where they were even with the bone, they can still do some certain things. But in this guy's zone, it depends on what they are looking for and how accurate they would have wanted it. It would have been a nice story if the family had done private autopsy all this while in the last several months. It would have been a good story. But the law will still allow the family to do autopsy. The case of Sylvester, that young boy that died in school, the family carried out autopsy. The state carried out an autopsy. There was a dispute, and they did the third one, and they were able to agree. So there is an opportunity for the family to do autopsy if they want to. But the question now is performing a private postmortem examination of the corpse, is a part of the plan of the family? That is another question to be answered.
Aristocrat, sir, can I quickly ask a question?
Please go ahead.
Yeah, aside the embalming stuff, there is another thing that bothers me so much. Like, okay, fine, the embalming stuff has been done, it has been done, right? So what about when this guy was buried and it was completely cemented? You know, cemented the same day. What was that for? Because I believe if such is done, it shouldn't be, you know, there should be some space of days, like, so that the sand could, you know, coagulate together, and before it's being, you know, maybe decorated, fenced, or whatsoever. But, you know, it was being rushed to be buried and completely, you know, I think that should be part of the conspiracy. Like, should in case he wakes up or what, or maybe someone get to check and maybe they want to inspect his body, or maybe the guys, you know, I don't know why the reason of cementing him to that level of, you know, being concreted, as in the concrete and everything, you know. It baffles me a lot when I think about that too. Like, okay, fine, this guy was killed, his neck was broken, and even right inside the coffin, they could, you know, they saw this kind of sawdust there, and even the blood, you know, traces of blood right there. What is the essence of the sawdust in the casket?
Now, let me say something. Let me first be sarcastic. If you ask me, now who I go ask? You know, there was much debate about cementing the, what do you call it now? The burial ground, not allowing the sand to go down, to set in. But then they were attacking the father, that he allowed them to do that and do this and do. I don't know why they did that. And I think maybe the police might look into it, question about it. But if it's not bringing much lead, they can overlook it. Now, let's go back to where some people said there was blood in the coffin. It still takes me back to where I said rigor mortis at setting, the corpse is already decaying. Imagine someone that died on Tuesday, and by Wednesday, the composition is going on faster. It means that person did not die on Tuesday. Now, if you go to many coffin of fresh body like that, you will find blood. Even when if you've been to morgue before, you will find blood. So it all depends on things around that. About the sawdust, it could be the composition of the coffin. I don't know. Many people spoke about throwing elements into his coffin. I still don't know. But I think police are in best position to tell us what it is and ask questions where questions need to be asked.
I think about what you just said. Legally and maybe lawfully, you say you don't know. The video being, distributed around the social media.
Wait.
Let
me ask you something.
Calabashes, gourds,
Legally,
right inside the coffee.
Legally,
Yes,
I say I don't know because law don't believe in fetishes.
That's why I said.
Conspiracy-wise, you can come up with any conspiracy theory. You can go ahead.
The reason why I say that, okay, and I don't believe, of course, the traces of blood, we understand that, how that, happens sometimes during this regenerative stuff, days after, like that. But in this case, there are so many things that are hidden. Okay, so that's why I said it could be part of the conspiracy, because I don't think in any coffin, being used to bury corpse, I don't think there is a sign of sawdust, and I've never heard it that if someone putting sawdust in the coffin, I have never heard of that before.
Some coffins are built like that. Some, but I'm not going to defend them for this Mohbad's own, based on shady things they've done. But some coffins are built like that. When the one we bought here to bring my sister's body home last year was built like that. So
it's because I think that one is because of the distance, transporting her from, thousands of miles away from home. So that could be used, in the aspect of, being absorbing. It's just like absorbing the water being filtered out from the body system. That one is understandable. But in a situation whereby you just rush to bury this guy within 24 hours.
You see when they...
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You say Baba Mohbad in his interview stated the reasons. There are circumstances that surround the orally buried, and that circumstances is as a result of the unavailability of the death certificate and the police report.
I understand. So
yes.
That's why I'm putting.
Yes. So if we are saying that
inside that coffin is for me.
Yes. But Baba in one of his now we don't know what coffin that was used. If there is possibility of coffins having sawdust, but I'm sure I've just confirmed to us now that there are coffins with sawdust. We don't know why they bought the coffin with sawdust. We don't know if that was the one that was available, but we know that a coffin that was used has sawdust in it, and it is a small size coffin. That is established. Number one. Number two,
there's no coffee have sawdust. There's no coffee have.
No, I said Lady Susie just confirmed that she used.
Was like that because of the distance.
I mean, she established that there's sawdust in the coffee, and that is the only evidences we have right now. We're going to have work with that.
I explained our own condition is different because transporting that body is 1,000 miles away from home. So that's
I understand.
Just to absorb the water filtrate from the body. So that one is understandable.
Yeah.
Then in Mohbad,
but we don't. That's what I'm saying.
Different situation.
We don't know what coffin was bought, but we know that the coffin that was used was a small coffin. That is what we need to establish. Yeah. You understand? That is one feasible thing. That sawdust now can be denied, can be overlooked. But the fact that that coffin size is not a size can be fought, can be established. If he says there is no sawdust, you understand? If the buyer, the embalmer, said there is no sawdust, we don't have any evidences. We are not sure. We are only speculating sawdust, right? But we know that the coffin is small, number one. And Baba has, in his interview, said that the general public advised him to protect Mohbad because that land is an open land. And that living in there without proper security would be disastrous. And that was why the next day he went to cement it. It was due to people's outcry, due to people's different opinion and advice that your son is a glory. You don't want to leave him out there unprotected. And that was when he used the OPC people to guide that place and use money to cement it. I mean, just like a form of protection.
Okay,
you understand? He said that in the interview. I don't know if anybody heard that.
I heard him. You see, can I help Angel to help with her curiosity, with her question, and my answer is going to be in a controversial way. You understand? Okay, Angel, your curiosity about the sawdust. Okay, curiosity about the sawdust. This is my own controversy way of talking right now. Okay, to me, okay, I'm gonna say, okay, maybe they put that because the body he was being killed by stabbing, blood will definitely come out. They told us that they harvest his organ. Definitely, if they harvest his organ, he might have a cut that blood will definitely come out. They say he was stabbed. Definitely, if he was stabbed, blood will come out. They say he was embalmed. He was embalmed. They definitely cut him open, take something out of him. Definitely, blood or liquid will come out. So, in that case, they had to put sawdust in the coffin so that when they move the body around, won't have that leakage coming out from the coffin. What about that? This is my own way of, controversy way of explaining your curiosity for you now. Okay, so when we go to cement thank you. So when we go for the cementing of the grave, in another way, I'm not putting it on anybody. I heard Baba Mohbad when Baba Mohbad said they asked him to do it. What about they cement it because Babalawo already told them, hey, this guy is a very strong person. Don't kill him. And they still went ahead and killed him. And in their own mind, they think probably the boy will rise like Jesus Christ again. So what do? They don't want him to rise like Jesus Christ. So they had to cement the grave, you understand, to protect him from rising, because they probably believe this boy have a superpower. Because for somebody that you have tormented, for somebody that you have humiliated and tortured, they broke Mohbad's finger at one point. They've done him a lot of things. It's somebody that you put in drug in his food for him to die. Somebody you be killing, slowly. This person refused to die. Somebody that you starve, you deny him of his right. Still, his voice is waxing strong, So there is a cause for them to be scared, for them to say, okay, this boy is a superpower person. We don't want him to rise, Let's cement the grave so that he will not get up. What about that? So these are the things we should be thinking in our own way, in a controversial way. You understand? So, does that help your curiosity, Angel?
Okay, thanks, Susie. Okay, from my own point of view, okay? Now, if we go back to the burial scene, there was a time, when the casket was brought forward, and I think Perkins was the actual person, clamoring for them to open the casket. And there, they were like, no, don't open. Not until, they were, being forced to open it. Why? Number one, why in the first place were they against the casket being opened? If not that they knew what they have done. That's number one.
Let me no, wait, don't go number one. Let me answer you that question, because they were preventing people to not see, because you see the way his neck was bent is an eyesore. You understand? Okay.
Exactly
So that one we all knew. That's when some of us got to know that his neck was broken. You understand? So and bent that way, and that is when we probably understand that the gasket was too small. So go ahead with your second question.
Yeah, for me, I'm just trying to count part of the conspiracy, putting in forward concerning this issue at the time of being embalmed and at the time of being buried. So I'm trying to bring out some conspiracies around that time. Now, aside that, even for the fact that they knew
hold on, Angel. Okay. Let me ask this question. Is it a usual practice when you are moving a corpse to the burial ground for you to open it?
If they want to do like the last respect, it is right for them to open it for everyone to see.
No,
it's not done anywhere.
You don't open it.
Once the body is closed,
you go to the house in the morning. This is what they do. After waking, early in the morning, they do lying in state. They will open the top. You always have two, that cover is divided into two. They open the face side. They keep it under a tent, decorated. You go through it. From there, they will move it to church. If that person is a Christian, you don't open the coffin again until you bury it. You bury it like that. So in the first place, if truly they even want to follow that tradition, no Jupiter, you say they should open it for what? No one open it for you because it's already at the burial ground. You don't open it, you do all your prayers there, you bury it. Now, that people are shouting, probably they open it, okay, these people, check most of the people around where this young man was buried. Those guys were going gagas. They were unruly. You can see it on the video. That is one. Two, it came out to be that their demand gave the world the opportunity to see the conspiracy they were sealing, they were shielding. We were able to see the neck that was broken. People were able to see liquid of blood and water coming out. People were able to see the sawdust. Now, this is what for me the sawdust was meant for, to suck the fluid coming out of him. It also points to the fact that blood and water is leaking from his body. What would they do? From the period of carrying it, from where they plug the coffin to where they will bury the corpse, they don't want a situation where fluid will be dropping. Again, there were allegations that the coffin cost 42,000 naira, even with 2 million naira. Now, the lab brought into that place. They filled it up with sawdust so that it can at least suck enough of the fluid. And I think that is for me, the most logical reason for putting sawdust in the coffin. But that they must open the coffin at the burial ground, it is not done.
Sir, if I may suggest, I think we have some of his friends, in the hood around there. And for me, I think the reason why they suggested opening the coffin was because, number one, they knew, could this be real Mohbad? Because, seeing the coffin itself is like, this is smaller than his height, his size. So they actually want to be sure, are you sure this is Mohbad's coffin brought to Ikorodu or whatever? I think that was their own.
You say when God is working in your favor, some things will not work. Assuming with the 2 million that Mohbad gave these guys, assuming Mohbad was buried in a private cemetery, nobody, all those people that are saying where is fine, they will not get them. They will be stopped at the gate. Only key people will go to where they will bury him. That is a fact. Assuming they actually spent to ensure that he had a befitting burial. Nobody will have seen what happened. Nobody.
They wouldn't have
bought
a
proper casket, like a $1 million casket or 500,000 naira casket, even to 50,000 naira casket. We look fine. Not for the 2 naira casket.
And they would have bought his size,
It is greed. It is greed that brought out their secrets.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I said it's part of the conspiracy, because people will be so curious there. People that have met him before, his friends in the hood, like, if this coffin should bury Mohbad, as in fit in Mohbad, are we sure this is Mohbad's corpse they brought to Ikorodu, I think that was the curiosity they had, that they had to,
But don't let us also forget that, as at the time Mohbad died, the conspiracy theories have not really been well fleshed out. It wasn't. It wasn't cooked. It was still
just manifesting.
I think the only thing they were bothered about is the size of the coffin.
Yes. What threw that thing up was 2 things. The size of the coffin, and when the coffin was open, the sight that was seen. A broken neck.
That was 2 things.
And you could see fluid, sawdust in that coffin.
Yeah, we knew that it was the size that brought about the opening. And when they opened it was when they saw the broken neck.
The third part that still brought in suspicion again was the element that was being thrown into his coffin by all the people that were throwing whatever they were throwing. Another thing that now pitched Baba Mohbad instantly against the people of Ikorodu when they said that people wanted to attack him was one man that came that said Baba Mohbad did something bad. And the reason why
I wanted to bury in the middle of the night. Yeah.
Thank you. You see,
that bad man.
What they've done with this corpse was this. They never had the inclination that the government will exhume that body. It has never happened. So they were like, we buried him. They now want to come up with different narratives to say Baba Mohbad was responsible for his death. That was what they wanted to do. That was why after the guy was buried, Karimo went to town talking Orishirishi. The other man too came with his own story. He wants to bury something at night. They continue to talk plenty things. If that body was not exhumed, people would have been blaming the father. With the kind of narrative these people are coming out to.
Yes,
just
that
like
was
the Bible says,
why
all things work for the good for those who believe in God.
Aristocrat. Yeah. Let's not forget that the reason why we are talking about this is trying to establish why and what happened. Why?
Yes.
From the onset, the police failed us, not condoning the scene, not sealing up the scene, and the most controversial thing was that And I don't know why people really don't talk about that aspect. Even the other side, the other party. The police said that they found syringes in the house after he was exhumed, right? And after about 9 days, it was after about 9 days that they went to the house and they said they were going there to investigate the CCTV. Okay, before we talk about the CCTV, nobody ever talk about CCTV. It was from their camp that they said the CCTV, there's no CCTV. It was Iyabo Ojo that was first person to announce that there was no CCTV in the house. Before the woman herself now said there is CCTV, but it is not working. You remember? The police preliminary said that they were going to invest. It was the police that started to mention the issue of CCTV when they were making their preliminary report. They said we were going to investigate the CCTV. It was then we discovered the used syringes and the glove. After 9-10 days of exhumption, police commenced investigation. You know, the guy was buried 9 days. It was 9 days after he was buried that they exhumed him. So let's say he was buried on the 12th, right? And the nurse has, on the 13th, the nurse has given the injections on the 12th. So on the 13th plus 9, or the assumed day was, they will say it was on the 22. Yeah, so that is on the 21st. That means on the 21st was when it was assumed. You understand? The police now take another 4 or 5 days to do investigation. And that 4 or 5 days plus 21 is 25. It was on the 25 that police find out that they see syringes. So the syringes was lying there since on the 12th till on the 25. Used syringes in the house that where people, over 15-20 people were staying. The police discovered syringes and used gloves.
Even that one.
In the house.
Big question mark. Big
Yes.
question mark. Will a criminal leave behind
syringes? Used already. And gloves that was used already.
For all you,
you see, Bayo, you see this justice for Mohbad. It's not us that is fighting. We know we are all Christian. There are some things that we need to learn. We need to learn a lot of stuff on this justice for Mohbad. A lot of things that is happening is God. You understand? A lot of things that is happening, God is trying to expose them, and the spirit of Mohbad is trying to expose them. Probably they thought they've cleaned up, and behold, their eyes was blind, their mind could not. When you do some things, you understand, your mind will be all over the place. Maybe they were trying to clean the blood that is all over the place is their focus, and they forgot to clean that aspect of that syringe. You understand? And God exposed them on that aspect. So God is working in our favor. Despite that, the system don't want us to get justice. God is still working in our favor to get this justice. And
Susan,
I'm going to leave it at that. Yes, sir.
let me drop this. What if?
Yes.
You see these guys that are able to create a world-class script
Yes.
of the death of Mohbad like this. This is a world-class script that is bringing a lot of confusion. What if they planted those syringes?
Yeah, it could be there's a Judah. No, it could be. No, hold on.
No, leave the Judas. What if they planted it? Number one, they've tried to erase everything about the
I'm service. Can you please mute? I'm service, please mute.
everything about the blood. If you wipe it, Baba Mohbad saw blood, it does not exist again. They've wiped it. They now thought, guys, we said the nurse came to this house. We need to plant something so that at least we find something. They will go and get syringes, remove the syringes, do what they want to do, and plant it there. This is crime. Criminals can think anyhow and try to create a decoy so that they'll be chasing shadows. Maybe they took those syringes to wherever they took it. Maybe it's Omi Onion or is Omi Shower or any other thing they just put in, just to create decoy. Because nobody will tell me that for days that they never knew that they were going to, syringes, government was going to exhume the body. They never knew government would exhume the body. And they did not go to tell the police. Because you look at a case where a nurse came to the house, injected someone, and the person reacted. At the end of the day, the person died. But you allowed that nurse to go home. Allowed the nurse to go. You did not report to police in any form until people were shouting. That is when we begin to hear story. It means initially they never had planned to report the case. If they had planned, they should have called police on the nurse. They never had planned. Yes. It also means that possibly they connived with that nurse in order to create this perfect, wonderful, world-class Nollywood script. The death of Mohbad. This is a wonderful script. It's a wonderful script. Because this guy had creating decoy at every point you talk. At every point.